By the way, an update on Benjy. He's lost a ton of weight. I don't know if you can tell. How much?
Looking at him, I said, "Is that really Benjy?"
How much he lost?
I think from the highest I've ever been on the show, I've lost like 100 pounds, around 100.
Wow!
Congratulations! Awesome.
Thank you.
And now Benjy is seeing a male therapist.
I don't know if it just doesn't feel as good. I mean, he's definitely qualified, and it just doesn't feel.
But you want a girlfriend? That's the problem.
Right. He wants interaction with a woman.
I do enjoy when a female therapist is sweet, and I don't feel any of that from him.
I heard this, Benjy.
Yeah.
And this describes you perfectly. I think this male therapist is good. He said Benjy talks in circles.
Yes.
And that's a perfect example. Whenever I've talked socially to Benjy or asked him a question, I get frustrated because he talks in circles.
Let's say that's true, but what do I do with that? How do I get better?
It's like the verbal hokey pokey.
I'm going to ask you a question. I want to see if you can just answer it. How'd you lose the weight?
I mostly it's by reducing calories. I count the calories and keep track of them. And me being overweight is simply because I stuff too often. That was like my go-to drug was stuffing myself.
Okay. How'd you lose the weight?
By reducing the calories. So what I do, reducing calories is what made me lose the weight. And the way I did that was I've gotten better at I keep track of the food I eat. And
in other words, Benjy, you see, this is it. In other words, there's a lot of ways to reduce calories. How did you reduce calories?
I set a caloric. I think I'm actually answering. I set a caloric budget for myself.
Right. It doesn't matter. Right. It doesn't matter. I get frustrated like your therapist. They do.
But really, come on. I was.
In other words, some people would say, "Oh, I went on Weight Watchers," or you know what I did? Every time I ate, I consulted a chart that tells me the amount of calories. Or you know what I mean? It's just hard to get an answer.
No, Howard, you're not being sincere now.
I'm being so sincere. It just goes on and on, and you look up in the sky, and you
I counted calories, and I had a certain caloric budget.
In other words, okay, you counted calories. Got it.
No, he then added after several prompts that he had a budget. He gave himself a calorie budget. And then he started sticking to that, and that helped him lose the weight.
Anyone listening to this,
how many calories a day? How many calories a day did you eat to reduce down to 100 pounds?
That's changed over time. At this point, it's at between 1,500 and 1,550 a day, but not counting like pure greens like kale or.
Okay.
Spinach.
All right. Good.
Howard, can I just ask him a really quick question? Because
Benjy,
I read about all this, and this is such a simple answer that probably should have given 2 minutes ago. I understand that the way you reduce calories was by weighing your food. Is that true?
Some foods, yes.
That's your answer. That's how you reduce your calories.
But Gary, the reason I weigh is to get the caloric total.
No, so when Howard said, "How did you reduce your calories?" You would say,
"But you could
weighing my food."
You could keep like reducing that answer. How did I weigh the food? I had a food scale. How did I get a food scale? I ordered one on Amazon.
See what happens?
How did I get Amazon?
Do you see this? It's happening again.
No, but saying I counted calories and had a caloric budget is a very precise answer.
Well, you didn't say that in the first sentence. You said I counted calories.
I think one of the.
How many headphones do you have on right now?
I'm in a plane right now, actually.
Why you got sunglasses on your head? All right, never mind. I don't care. There's so many circles. I'm dizzy.